Hey everybody, I hope you guys are all doing okay. Welcome back to our Warlords Battle Cry 3 100% Ironman playthrough. In this episode, well, first of all, ignore this guy. I just created this temporary hero. You can see how much I care about him by the name I gave him. I'm just gonna delete him. We don't really need him. I was just using him to test out some stuff. And I actually learned some stuff in my testing, but we may not talk about it this episode, because this episode we're going to be doing something we haven't done yet in this series. But of course, before we look at our titles, let's get our customary joust out of the way. I like to do a joust just to get myself settled, just to get myself oriented, situated, and just gotta make sure we have the controls. Okay, and immediately we're gonna be resigning this one because
Your troops are under attack.
we do not want to get into a fight with this assassin with only 6 points in assassination compared to R23, but like you just don't want to take any chances. So like why take the risk? We're just gonna resign. We killed one hero. Good job us. We're gonna try again. And hopefully this time no assassin. Archmage, okay. Illusionist, okay. Tinker, okay. And I think we'll kill them in this order. Hopefully kill this Archmage before he gets too much of his mana. The game seems to have killed the sound effects again. No idea why it does that, but it's just a thing that it does. Looks like we've already killed all the heroes. We need to see what items they dropped. Frustratingly, we're not getting that many spells cast from our attacks. Just stay back. This is getting a little bit better. There we go. And this isn't that interesting either. Okay. Hopefully we cast at least 5 spells. Victorious. Did we cast 7 spells? This is perfect. The reason this is perfect is now let's exit the campaign, go into the skirmish, and you can see your hero's stats from either screen, but we are going to be doing a skirmish this episode. So now let's look at the state of our hero. So last episode we had a long one where we were basically doing quests, and then we kind of turned it into an all-purpose farming episode. We got 5,000 kills out of it as well. And let's take a look at what we accomplished. What I had expected to happen last episode is that upon hitting 500, we would finish this off. But instead, it looks like are gonna have to hit 600 most likely. Maybe 550, but most probably we're gonna have to hit 600. And instead, something that I didn't expect is that we finished off or we got the highest title for killing dragons. I thought this would have taken more. I thought this would have taken at least 400, but I guess my memories of this game are seemingly not very reliable. We also killed a few heroes just now. Also importantly, and this is why I was very adamant, I'm like, we need to cast at least 5 spells, is because we ended last episode with 2,495 spells cast, and I was like, I'm pretty sure on 2,500 we're gonna hit a new rank, and indeed, that is exactly what happened. So I think maybe 3,000 is gonna be is gonna be the magic number for completing this. Now, last episode I said we would refine the custom map that we built. By the way, I waited a long time before doing custom maps just because it takes the game into a whole different kind of grind. And I believe at the end of last episode I said we would go back into the map editor and make an even better custom map for all kinds of grinding. We will do that. But I think the way I'm gonna do it is, we're not gonna be doing that kind of grinding 2 episodes in a row. At least not for now. Because it would make the series a little bit too one-dimensional. Now, that kind of grinding, I see it as kind of like speedrunning, especially speedruns that involve an excessive amount of like skipping or using glitches, or just playing the game in a very different way than what a normal playthrough would look like. Like, it's fine, it's fun to do, and arguably fun to watch, but if you do that and only that, like, unless you're really into it, it can make for not necessarily the best viewing. So for this series, because we started out playing in a fairly normal way, I'm gonna slowly introduce more of this kind of immersion breaking grinding, which we're gonna have to do just because of the ridiculous amount of numbers we're gonna have to run up, especially for enemies killed. But in between that, we will also be playing the game normally. And that might mean doing a campaign map. Eventually that's gonna mean finishing the campaign, but not just yet, because I want to get some of these difficult things out of the way in case we run into the healing glitch. So for sure I will want heroes killed over and done with, because I do not want to put myself in a situation where I'm gonna have to kill tons of level 60 heroes if we run into the no healing glitch. Like, if we're gonna have to do fights against heroes without healing, it would just make things too dangerous, even with our campaign bonuses in the campaign. So that's something we'll have to do before we finish the main quest, but that's again a thing that we're gonna have to do. Like, we do this and then eventually we do the main quest. So that's been my thinking. That, okay, we'll do a bit of the edited map grinding, you know, the custom map grinding, and then we'll do some proper playing as well. This episode, we're gonna be playing a specific kind of way, and well, first of all, let me explain what it entails. And it's something that I just started doing, you know, as a kid playing this game. We're gonna play a random map with a hidden map and with Fog of War. I know, right? Like, I'm voluntarily choosing to have these options. It's crazy, because I almost always disable them. Keep level 5 is gonna be fine. Standard victory. What does merchants do? 2,500 of... You know, let's just do a standard. A standard victory is fine. And this is okay. We're not gonna do tough starting towers, because here's what we're gonna do. We'll be red. We'll have 1 ally and 1 enemy. And I guess we can start ourselves with very high resources. Just, you know, it'll help us hand in a couple quests maybe. Our opponents are gonna be average resources. That's fine. Here's how we're gonna play. It's gonna be similar to previous maps where I've been like, okay, we're just gonna let our allies do most of the work, except even stricter. On my own, like, for myself, I am going to act as though we are under the no building restriction. Meaning, I'm not going to build anything, we're not going to research anything. All we will have is our hero, and if we choose to bring any retinue units, which we're not going to, it's going to be only our hero. And the way we're kind of going to be playing it is that we are there as a super unit in this person's army. Like, we're just going to be hanging out at their base, helping them defend against assaults, and if they move out with an attack of their own, we're going to join them. It's going to be dangerous because it's just going to be our hero by himself, not even our Archon to offer some extra healing. It's going to be, and I know you might be thinking this is a very odd, strange way to play, but trust me, when we get going, I think when you see how it plays out, you'll understand why I like it so much. It's basically like you're role-playing a kind of a commando unit that's there, you know, like some sort of Minotaur special forces that's there to help out this side win. Now, can we have random? Yes, you know, let's have a random tile set. Utilities, you know, maximum number of utilities is fine. Animals, we could have random animals, but animals sometimes get in the way. A few animals is fine. Resources, it's okay as well. And we're gonna have a random ally and a random opponent. Now, I know another thing you might be thinking. You're saying, Ellie, you've drilled it into our heads that you never ever want to fight Dark Elves. So aren't you opening up the possibility that you will have a Dark Elf opponent? And that is correct. If we see that we're against Dark Elves, I might just restart. But I do like the idea of not knowing who we're with, not knowing who we're against. So with all of that said, let's go in. Let's see how this works. Now, I said I'm not going to be allowing myself to build. However, we're random as well. I guess we are dwarf. Wait, what? We are dark dwarf. Our allies are wood elves, okay. And we don't know yet who our opponent is. So I said I'm not going to allow myself to build. And already you can see Fog of War. So no building for me. But I will allow myself to convert mines. And I'm just going to convert my starting set of mines, just so maybe we can use these resources to hand in a couple quests, because there should be quest buildings on this map. So the only units we will potentially ever get are gonna be from what our allies... Sorry, well, I mean, our allies will build their own units, but the only units we will have on our side for real are gonna be things that we get as a reward for completing quests. And at this point, I'm just gonna stop converting mines. Infernal Temple? You know, let's just destroy this. Nobody really needs demons. Let's destroy the Snake Temple as well. Was hoping to get a spell firing off, but didn't quite happen there. Alright. Let's not accept this quest. But let's also not save scum, right? We don't want to be breaking immersion too much. We do not want to be breaking immersion too much. Okay, so we know that our opponent isn't here. Oh, no. I guess I don't know what I'm talking about. Our opponent is here. Very much is there. Okay, our ally is a paladin. And I didn't get to see what my opponent... what his hero actually was. God damn it. I just want spells. Just want spells. me some spells. So our ally is here, our opponents are here. They're pretty close to each other. You know what? Let's go and destroy our own towers. Why are we doing that? You know, just to sell the illusion that we're in this map by ourselves. And, you know, farming a few more spells out of it as well. Why not? There we go. And, you know what, we will also be periodically destroying these buildings, just to potentially farm up even more spells, but as you can see, it's really working out too much. Oh, hey, there's this as well. Okay, now finally we see that he is an Archmage. So I don't want to just kill the enemy hero. I want my allies to be the ones to do it. Let's see what this quest is. Burn down a nearby haunted graveyard.
Quest received.
This, I guess... Let's do it. If we don't kill their hero, they should still be able to recover from the fact that we destroyed one of their graveyards. We'll just kind of just sneakily jump in. We'll kill this first. We did accept the quest, right? Alright. So our allies are paladins, our opponents are archmages. And see, they're already building another one. They'll be fine. I just don't want to cripple them too much. I want this to end up being a bit of a longer battle where we see these guys build up, we see these guys build up, and then
Quest complete.
God, that is an awful staff. But I guess it wasn't a particularly daunting quest either. Maybe next time we do this, we should do it on a larger map. Because yeah, people are a bit too close, don't you think?
Your buildings are
This
under
is
attack.
the end of his base. This is the end of their base. So I tell you what,
Quest received.
just to have a nice long one, let's use this map to farm up some spells.
Your base is under siege.
My what now? Okay, we're gonna attack this Archmage. It's gonna be very tricky. Because he could cast some pretty nasty things. Some pretty nasty things indeed. I genuinely will not know what spells he has. So, wait to get close to him.
An enemy hero has been destroyed.
Okay, that's good. Now let's hand in this quest. Not that, you know, we're in any like dire need to do quests, but might as well get some done while we can. Alright. We'll do this on a large map. I think it'll be more fun on a large map. Oh, I need to not get my hero killed, and that is exactly what I'm doing. Ooh boy. Look at me acting like it's gonna be so easy, and then I nearly get wrecked. Alright. Back into commando mode. We're getting some nice heals. Okay. This unexpectedly is turning out to be a lot more intense than I would have thought. Okay, now our hero's there, their hero's there. Fortunately, I don't think she healed us when she cast her healing spell. We're gonna have to rely on ourselves for our healing. And you can see how crucial our healing is turning out to be. And you can see why I'm reluctant to advance the campaign, because if we lose the ability to heal, then this will be just one of the many things that we will no longer be able to do with our hero ever again. Ever again. Alright, we need to kill this tower quickly. Okay, we need a slightly bigger map. Slightly bigger map. And I think we'll have more fun that way. There comes the resignation. Alright, I think we can quickly get something killed. Yeah, kill that. And this. And that. Now don't accidentally click. Yeah, we want to farm up these extra spells. Come on. Very good, another one there. Another one there. And that's all we'll do for now. Let's take a look at our stats. 38 spells. Pretty decent. Pretty decent indeed. Alright, let's try this entire process again. We're going to skirmish as our hero. This time, from medium, we go to large. Once again, we have an ally. Once again, we have an enemy. We are on the same side. It doesn't matter what race we are. But I guess let's stay as Minotaur, because maybe the morale bonus is gonna somehow have an impact. Resources are fine as well. Keep level 5, hidden, no fog of war. We could do no towers, but I don't think we want to do that. I think we just want to go in, once again, like this. 4 utilities. Can we raise the number of utilities if it's a larger map? It doesn't look like it. We're stuck with 4 utilities. So, you know what? Let's just roll with it. This time, let's see if we can have a proper long battle. We have orcish allies. Don't know who our opponents are. Again, let's just grab the mines that are immediately by our base. Then we'll destroy our own towers. And essentially move into our allied base. And you know, let's get a few spells from this as well. Why not? And let's go. Maybe we'll find a shrine. Yeah, this is a much better map size. Maybe we'll find a shrine or mausoleum along the way. Maybe we'll find some neutral buildings like this that we can bash, hoping to get a couple spells. There's another thing over there. Here we go. There's a shop. I'll use my hero to scout, as dangerous as it is, just cause there we go. There's a thing. I'm saving out of reflex, but I'm not gonna be loading my game. We're gonna be we'll think about that. We'll think about converting some of our enemies' buildings just to annoy them a little bit. Let's see if we can find what the mausoleum has. I don't think our enemies are even going to have that many buildings this early on. And if we converted everything that they had, it would, actually, no, we could convert some of their mines. Those would also count. But number one, we'd need to know where on the map they are, and like we don't know any of that, right? So and this is where our hero has gone after setting up his base. Okay. Yeah, so let's not accept that quest. At least not yet. This isn't a questing run, this is just a support our allies in their overall endeavors kind of run. So let's just go and smash this again. Hopefully get a spell this time. I guess we won't. Our allies are also scouting parts of the map. Okay, here we go. We have wood elves. Ooh, this could be very rough. But you know what? This gives us a good chance, because she's probably going to be converting this group of buildings. This gives us a good chance to get this, and then eventually this is gonna probably turn green, and hopefully there are 3 buildings close by. Oh, she didn't take it. We don't want to get into combat with their hero, or do we? What were you? You were a summoner. Oh, she is converting. She's converting. We want her to do that, free of distraction. Okay, now these buildings have been converted. So now, hopefully there are 3 buildings close enough for us to take. Well, there's these 2, and then we know that she, or like the wood elves in general, are going to be in that direction. Okay, I think that's gonna be all of the conversions that we need. 3 out of 3, beautiful. Let's hand in this quest. I wonder how orcs are gonna do, because fire arrows are gonna be so devastating to deal with. But at the same time, their basic infantry, the orc, is gonna be good at resisting those fire arrows. So it could be a very nice contest. So what do we get out of this? The Dwarf Lord. Alright, let's escort this Dwarf Lord to the base. And I believe, isn't the Dwarf Lord also resistant? Yes. Also resistant to normal missiles. Alright, let's get another quest. Kill a dozen enemies. We should be able to do this. Let's destroy this tower. Normally I wouldn't be attacking my enemies willy-nilly, but this is right now our territory. Because we've converted it. So I'm within my rights to defend it. I won't kill their hero just yet. Or should I? I mean, her spells are annoying. That's for damn sure. That is for damn sure. Oh, she's gonna... If we don't kill her, she's gonna destroy this quest building.
An enemy hero has been destroyed.
And now, because we've killed her...
Council of Ruin sends greetings, Lord.
Because we've killed her, I'm gonna have to kill my allied hero.
Your buildings are under attack.
Because we killed her, I'm gonna have to kill my allied hero.
Is under attack.
Otherwise, it's gonna be too lopsided of a battle. Now, where is my allied hero? He's here. Alright, yeah, we're gonna have to kill him. Sorry, dude. That's just how this is gonna have to be.
Your buildings are under attack. An allied hero
There
has
we go.
fallen.
Now it's relatively even. Now we can go back and kind of do things the way that I initially said I would, which is let's hang out at our allied base. Where did I
Sense danger.
send that? Is that
Your
dwarf? Lord?
buildings are under attack.
Okay, he is. I was looking for that dwarf lord. He is still alive. We'll support our allies. We'll let them destroy this, because, I mean, sure, you know, let them have it.
Your buildings are under attack.
One thing I'm curious about, I don't know if orcs get any income bonuses. What do you... Okay, I guess when you kill an enemy hero, they start getting a bit weird. Alright. Eventually this is gonna get very dangerous. You know what? Let's help them out, even get a spell out of it. Alright. Alright, let's join them on this attack. I do believe Wood Elves will get income bonuses. But now let's cut these wood elves down to size. Literally chop down some of their trees. Then let's pull back. And let's mainly hang out with our allies. Let's hang out with our allies, attacking units. Tell you what, let's focus on attacking units and let our allies destroy the buildings. I think that's a fair compromise. Let's go back to our allied base. If these guys weren't wood elves, I would be a lot more comfortable letting things run a little bit longer. What are you doing? Why are you building something here? Yeah, let's attack this. One more spell. I mean, they all add up. Every 5 spells we cast is like a 1% of the way towards the 500 we need for getting to 3,000, which I, for now, am assuming is going to be the final rank that we get. And look at this huge army. Let's accompany them. Where are they going?
Quest received.
Convert buildings this time. This time, let's see if we can do something like this. Get this done before they realize what is even happening to them. Ooh, they have an infernal temple where they're building demons. Alright, let's go ahead and hand in this quest.
Be careful. Is that wise?
I guess you get some free phoenixes too. Any units we get, I'm just gonna send directly to our allies to help them defend that base.
Your buildings are under attack.
I really want to destroy this infernal temple. So, I tell you what, I'll do exactly that. I'll attack this tower. Just because, you know, this is a neutral building that they've only temporarily converted. What are you guys doing? You're going up there, but then you're not actually, like, okay, now they're moving. And mainly I want my allies to do the heavy
Your
lifting.
buildings are under attack.
Okay, I think we might have gone a little bit overboard, weakening these guys, because our allies are now demolishing them. Again, I'm
Buildings are under attack.
I'm gonna hang back. I'll wait for our allies to finish it. Ideally,
Quest received.
can we kill a dozen enemies? Surely we can. Like, the Wood Elves, number one, are difficult enemies to fight. Number two, they get income bonuses, and I don't think orcs do. Actually, let's look at all the buildings that they've built. And none of them are saying that they give income bonuses. So the barbarians get income bonuses, but I don't think minotaurs and orcs have that same luxury. So all of this is to say that I don't think this is a good matchup. So the first match would have been good, but it was kind of ruined a little bit by the fact that the map was too small. The second one, the map is fine, but it's not a great opponent to be going up
Your
against.
buildings are under attack.
Okay, we'll try one more time. Let's try and get as many kills as we can, because otherwise our allies are gonna finish this off. You know what, let's attack some mines. Nice heal.
Your buildings are under attack. That was a heroic effort.
Yeah, let's attack these towers. Attack this mine. Attack that mine, and I think this match is over. We'll do one more. Just because I don't think we got the full proper experience, because like, I'm tempted to manually select our allies and our enemies, but then that takes a bit of the fun out of it. So I tell you what. Because we've already done it a couple times, picking random things, this time I will manually select our allies and enemies, just so that we can have a proper good long fight. And then next time we do this, again, we'll start out with random opponents, and if we don't get good matchups, then eventually we'll just have to just start manually selecting things. Anyway. Come on. Let's do it. Let's get this done. Let's get this done. So next time, I think our allies are gonna be dark elves, and our enemies are gonna be undead. Just to make for a bit of an interesting fight between those two. Oh, hey, there's a mausoleum here as well.
You are victorious.
Okay. What do we get? 45 spells. Alright, I'm liking it. Alright, one more skirmish under the same conditions, except Dark Elf allies, undead enemies. We can be Minotaur again. Very high resources for us. The rest can be average. This is good. Large random map, 4 utilities, few animals. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. Let's just jump in. Ooh, a snowy map. I love these. They just look really pretty. Even though it's a nightmare to do them with Fog of War, because you just cannot tell which territory is under the Fog of War and which one isn't. Alright. Let's get our starting mines. We'll even get these two, these three, I guess. Then we'll start making our way towards our allied base. This time we know what our allies are. We know what our opponent is, so it takes a bit of the mystery out of it, but we've kind of got to do it this way because we've spent too much time on the couple of failed attempts that we had. I think we had wood elves on our side in the first map, and undead as the enemy. So maybe we should have gone with wood elves again. But dark elves are, I would argue, even more fun. Again, destroy our own towers. Just to cement the fact that we are here alone. Just our hero and his wits. That's the only thing keeping us alive. Well, that and our very strong allies as well. No spells out of that, that's okay. That's okay. Again, our enemy is likely to be in this corner. So let's explore this corner. And let's see what we find. What are we looking for? Well, obviously quest buildings. Neutral buildings like this that we can attack. And that's about it. Wish our view range was a bit better, but not really a lot we can do about that when we're not allowed to build or research. There we go, here's something. Here's something we can even do.
Quest complete.
Let's send these into our allied base just as a bit of extra defense for them. Alright, this map we're gonna be very passive. We're not going to attack. Ooh, hey, our opponents are here. Okay. Well then, let's retreat from this part of the map and go to this part where our allies are already establishing their little mining colonies. Oh, it's gonna be very hard to see quest buildings, isn't it? Because they show up as white squares. Yeah, it's not quite impossible, but it's essentially impossible. You have to lean in very close to the monitor to be able to see what this is. We're just gonna have to remember, basically.
Quest received.
20 enemies. We're just gonna have to remember, basically, that there's a mausoleum here, a shrine here, a mausoleum here. And we have to kill 20 enemies, which might not happen. It all depends on how quickly they start building. I believe most undead heroes, regardless of their class, should get access to necromancy, which will mean that they are able to summon units. So hopefully this gives us a way to get some extra kills. But again, we're not really too worried about doing quests. So our allies are already sending out units. Our enemies are seeming like they're slow to get started out on that. And we haven't done anything to help them yet. Right? All we've done is we've just been hanging out back, you know, looking for other things to keep ourselves busy. So eventually this tower should kill these units. But they're having a rough time. So the Dark Elves also have ways to get skeletons. Ooh, what did we kill? We killed one unit. Okay. Okay, let's stand here. This way. If they start sending
Buildings are under attack.
small trickles of units, we can kind of catch them on the way. Except they're not. They're just letting our allies take the initiative. What is our ally, by the way? What kind of hero? Archmage. And what is our enemy? What kind of hero? Shaman. Yeah, I'd say the Archmage probably has an advantage over the Shaman, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Okay, oh, and now our allied hero is attacking their base, but is retreating after having gotten injured. But then her units are gonna probably destroy this tower. My what now? Oh. Ooh, they have a Naga. Good for them. Good for them.
Your buildings are
Here
under
they've
attack.
finally got some units, but I don't think it's enough. Because they're being overwhelmed right now. They are being excuse me, they're being destroyed.
Your base is under siege.
I guess we'll just go and destroy this again. Yeah, they've killed these towers. And now they're going to destroy these graveyards. And this is definitely the last battle we're going to have today. And it looks like it's going to be a short one. Unless Green can somehow
Your hero is under attack.
get his act together. You know, I'm even gonna let his Naga stay alive. Even gonna let his Naga stay alive. Because he needs all the help he can get. Yeah, I guess the undead have a very slow start because they can't immediately start building builder units. They have to build their keep, then they have to build this building, which is where they start getting zombies. So they're very slow to get their military going. Having said that, it's a bit of a rear guard battle being fought here. So this map had a lot more quest buildings. Okay. Excuse me, what happened to our quest? Did somebody no. I guess it just expired. We waited too long, I guess. So let's pick up a new quest. Let's let our allies and our opponents get back into some sort of equilibrium. The other thing about Fog of War is not seeing your enemy's base. I'm not gonna kill the enemy hero. I feel like that would cripple them too much. What? Oh. The tick mark means we've seen what this quest is. And it's locked as that quest. And I guess like the lit up grill but no tick mark means it's a quest that we haven't seen yet.
Quest received.
So I saw some units coming here that I would very much like to kill. But I think our allies are gonna kill them, maybe not. There we go. And that's their hero. I don't want to kill their hero. I do want to kill these randos. And this one. Oh, but their hero is being very annoying. Dude, I don't want to kill you. Just back off. Okay, okay. Counterattack. Here comes the counterattack. Okay, okay, okay. Easy, easy, easy. These undead are not quite ready to throw in the towel just yet. Easy.
An enemy hero has been destroyed.
Ooh, but their hero has gone down. And we have successfully defended our allies from this very big attack that would have been very awkward for them to deal with. And they have also killed the enemy hero. So this combination of things should give them the edge. And we, meanwhile, can hand in a quest, although one could argue that it's not worth the risk. We've definitely killed enough. One could argue that it's not worth the risk, but I don't know. I like spicing things up a little.
The Council of Lurinth sends greetings.
And now let's send these guys over to our allies. Do these guys have any sort of a heal? No, they don't. No, they don't. Alright. Well, then, what are we gonna do? I guess let's just destroy this again. Why not? Get another spell out of it. And then let's park ourselves here. And then maybe do another quest. Ooh, and somebody has changed it to night. I believe both Dark Elves... Well...
Quest received.
Undead for sure. I actually don't know if I want to do this quest. Because I think now that they've lost their hero, I don't want to disadvantage them too much by taking their mines. Yeah, I might just let this quest expire. Oop, easy. Easy. I'll let my allies deal with this. Actually, they're in a bit of trouble. Let's help them out. Slayer Knight. Oh, let's take a step back. Ooh, got some bone catapults, maybe? Ooh, looks like our allies have maybe gotten fire arrows? Is that a thing that Dark Elves have?
That was a heroic effort.
Alright, let's take a step back, because we're getting a... They do have bone catapults. Ooh, we're gonna have to be very careful. Oh, we're taking so much damage. We need to be very careful. Let's retreat to our allied base. What are you? You're an Archmage. Do you have any sort of healing? Can you heal me? Can you do anything? Yikes. Tough, tough fight. Getting some health back from attacking animals. Ooh, and here comes the real attack. Let's help them out a little, maybe kill a couple dudes. Okay, I think maybe this is gonna be the decisive battle that finishes it. Just look at all these demons, look at all these spider priestesses. And when they get killed, they turn into spiders. That's the other thing about them. Let's do a bit of a commando mission right there. Sneak behind their lines and destroy their catapults. Kill a couple of their other units as well. Don't target any of their buildings. Just their units. There we go. Now pull back, pull back. Yeah, I think we've surely done enough. So, yeah, convert 3 buildings. Guess if they're gonna be going down imminently, we can try and hand in this quest. Can't even really see where the conversion circle is. But I think we're getting these 3 buildings. Yeah, okay. And our allies have this well in hand, well and truly. Alright, did something kill the sound effects? No, okay. Already they had a level 5 death keep.
Rest
That's actually pretty impressive. But surely, yeah, our allies, of course, are then also gonna have a level 5 keep. And since it looks like this battle is imminently about to end, let's spend the rest of it by attacking some enemy buildings. this is about to get converted. Actually, let's destroy it before it gets converted. But let's also watch what's happening there. Let's destroy these towers, and then we can give our hero a series of orders. Like this, 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 this. And then we can start moving our way up. Yeah, not even sure how many spells we would have gotten out of that. You know, let's smash a couple more. Just because it seems like the thing to do. And now let's get into their base. This was good. Oh, but yeah, overwhelming force coming through. And our allies definitely have this under control. The only reason I'm even destroying these green mines, like, it's hurting them, but this battle is already over. There was no coming back from losing their hero and not being able to kill the Dark Elf hero. There's just no possible recovery from that. It was just... It was no longer retrievable for them after having let it slip like that. And again, I'm going to be mainly targeting units. I guess I'll target towers as well. Don't want to get too crazy, because these towers are doing magic damage, which is something that we are quite weak against. Alright. There comes the resignation. And can we get one more spell? No, we can't. But there we go. That's gonna be the end. I killed 100 troops, but how many spells? Only 35. You know what? That's okay. We're slowly getting towards the end. Now with that done, let's draw things to a close. What did we accomplish this episode? Well, we took a few attempts at trying to have one kind of battle that I really like trying to do, which is having one ally fight against one enemy and using your hero purely as essentially a unit in your ally's army. So no building, a self-imposed restriction, and no recruiting units. The only units you can get are ones that you get from completing quests. And even those, I just send them straight to my allies' base, so they generally don't see that much combat. And hidden map and fog of war, meaning you've got to actually explore and find out where things are. And ideally, we would have been able to do it with random opponents, but we got unlucky with some of the matchups. I wish I could do a more kind of complex sort of randomness, being like, okay, if our enemy is Wood Elf, then our allies have to be this, this, or this. Stuff like that, but like if I see a situation that is too dangerous, like Wood Elves are very tough to fight. If I see something like that, then I'll have to, you know, intervene a little bit more than I would have ideally liked. Yes, that was just me showing one of the ways that I like to play. we're not gonna do this every time. Like every time we're doing a non-custom map. Like whenever we're not farming on custom maps, we're gonna be playing proper maps. When we play proper maps, sometimes it'll be like this, but not all the time. Sometimes we'll just do a regular team battle. Sometimes we'll do a one-on-one. Sometimes we'll do like multiple, like a big team battle. We haven't seen that yet. That's gonna be another fun thing to try. So there's all kinds of things that we're gonna be doing in between those episodes where we're doing farming on the custom maps. But anyway, that is gonna be all for this episode. Next episode, we're gonna do what I said we'd do at the end of last episode, which is we're gonna go back into the map editor and we're gonna create a better version of the I called it the quest grinding map, but it's really an all-purpose grinding map. We'll create a better version of that where you can do quests and also grind kills, dragon kills, and overall kills. And yeah, and then we'll test it out to see how well it works. But yes, that's going to be the plan for next episode. For now, it's time... Well, actually, before we leave off, let's take a look at our titles again. I don't think we gained anything, because we're still on 9 stars here, 8 stars there, 888, and then 6 on enemies killed. But we did cast a few spells. We did complete a very small number of quests as well. And killed a few heroes at the start of battle as well. But yes, that's the state of our hero, and that is going to be all for this episode. So once again, thanks for watching, hope you had a good time, and I hope you'll join me for the next episode as well, and until then, take care.